Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, dear students, we are going to start chapter number 2, unit number 2, climate and weather. So, in this chapter, we will study what is the difference between weather and climate. Number 2, Pakistan is divided into how many climatic zones? And number 3, factors which affect the climatic variations in Pakistan. And number 4, the effects of the climate on life and economic activities of people in different regions or different climatic zones. Okay, we can say that better. So one by one, okay, we will study these topics. So in this presentation, okay, which we have in front of us, my dear, I think half of the chapter, maybe less than half of the chapter, okay, have been covered, in which we have to learn the difference, okay, between climate and weather, different climatic zones of Pakistan, I mean which areas are included in that, and number 3, okay, the effects of the climate on activities and lifestyle of the people. So they are the 3 subtopics of weather and climate. Inshallah, we will study in this chapter. So we are going to the first topic, and that is the difference, okay, between weather and climate. If you remember, you read in grade 6 about weather and climate. So I can define again, beta. Weather refers to atmospheric conditions for a short period of time. Because weather can be changed anytime, beta. And there are some factors which involve to change the weather. Like if we have rainfall, so weather changes, because after rainfall, temperature lowers down bit. And if temperature increases, so you understand that heat increases. And if temperature decreases, okay, so heat is decreased. So temperature also affects the weather bit. Rainfall also affects the weather. Humidity also affects the weather. Cloud cover, sunshine, okay, so they also affect the weather bit. So we have all these topics, okay, one by one, okay, we will study, okay, in this chapter. So we will study that, okay, how do they affect that? If we have the cloud cover in the daytime, so what kind of effect, okay, do we face, okay, or do we have, okay, near the ground? And if we have cloud formation at night, so what kind of feeling, okay, do we have near the ground? So this is the effect of cloud cover, beta. So one by one, okay, we will study that, beta. So weather refers to atmospheric conditions for a short period of time. Climate, the average weather conditions for a long period of time, usually 30 years. Usually of 30 years, Mario, okay? So weather can change, okay, after a short interval, but climate, okay, does not change, okay? It changes, okay, but it changes gradually, but it takes, okay, longer period of time, okay, not less than 30 years, but it changes. It changes, okay, but it takes, okay, a lot of time, my dear, okay? So weather can change, okay, anytime after any short interval, but climate, okay, does not change, okay, after 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days, or more than that. Actually, climate is the average weather condition for a long period of time, not less than 30 years. And usually, okay, they say that maybe, okay, 30 years or more than 30 years, but they are not less than 30 years, the average weather conditions of specific area, we can say that, but that is for a long period of time, but a long period of time. So this is the difference, okay, between weather and climate bit. Now we are going towards the, yes, the Pakistan is divided into how many climatic zones? So Pakistan is divided into 4 climatic zones. Pakistan is divided into four climatic zones. As you can see in the slide, beta. Number one, highland climatic zone. Number two, lowland climatic zone. Number three, coastal climatic zone. And number four, arid climatic zone. Arid climatic zone, beta. So one by one, okay, we will study that. That in highland climatic zone, okay, so which areas are included in that? In lowland climatic zone, okay, which areas are included in that? Coastal areas, you know that, and arid climate, mostly we have in the desert areas. The desert areas or the areas, okay, which are near the desert, okay, so they also have this type of climate. Arid climate actually is very hot and very dry, beta. Very hot and very dry. So that is the climate, beta. Very hot and very dry. So mostly, okay, we have this type of climate in the desert areas. But there are some other areas too, okay, they have the same type of climate. So we will study that, okay, one by one, beta. So now we're going towards the first one, beta. Highland climatic zone. Highland climatic zone. So which areas are included in that? So they say that northern mountains, northwestern mountains, and western mountains. So you can understand that, beta. In northern mountains, northwestern mountains, and western mountains. And we say that like in northwestern mountains, okay, we have Himalayas, we have Karakoram, Hindu Kush, and in western highland, okay, we have Safedko, Waziristan Hills, Suleiman Range, and also Kirthar Range. So they are the areas. They are the areas which are having okay highland climate, beta. Highland climate. So what do they have that, beta? They say that they have winters which are long, which are cold and snowy one, beta. That there is so much snowfall in the winter season. While they have the summer, they are very short. But summer are cool, beta. Summer are cools at low altitude, but on altitude you understand that. But on low altitude, okay, we have cool summer. But summers are very short, beta. In highland climatic zone, in which we have northern mountains, northwestern mountains, and western mountains, beta. So between 2000 and 8000 okay meter high mountains in northern mountain areas, beta, we have that. And the western mountain, okay, their height is between 1000 and 4000 meter. So the areas, okay, which they have this kind of altitude and they are located in these mountainous areas. So we describe them, okay, or we categorize them that they are located in highland climatic zone. Highland climatic zone, beta. Now more rainfall in northern areas as compared, okay, with the western areas. As we have read that western mountains are bare of vegetation because there is less rainfall in the western mountainous areas. But in northern mountainous areas, okay, we have lot of rainfall and they are full of vegetation. They have lot of vegetation, okay, we can say that better. So we have temperature variation from north to west. If we start our journey from north to west, so then temperature start decreasing. Actually, altitude decreases. When altitude decreases, temperature decreases, better. Sorry, temperature increases. If altitude decreases, temperature increases. If altitude increases, temperature decreases, better. So this is the point, better. So as we start, okay, from north to south or north to west, my dear, so temperature start increasing cause altitude start decreasing, better. Any question, beta?
Sir,
No, sir.
Yes,
sir,
beta.
so can you add Daniel in the meeting? He's messaging me that he cannot join.
Daniel is in this class now.
Yes, sir, he is.
Daniel Qureshi.
Mohammed Daniel. Sir Mohammed
Only
Daniel.
Muhammad. Only Muhammad Daniel, beta.
Yes, the
Yes, sir.
first
The
one.
first one. This one. Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. Beta, if you have any question, you can ask me, beta. Okay, boys. So they are some of the pictures. Okay, have been taken. Okay, from the highland area of Pakistan. Okay, you can see that the mountain peaks. Okay, so they are covered. Okay, with snow. Even we can find okay lakes too, beta. Even we can find okay some grassy area too, greenery. Okay, we can also find. Okay, so this is about the highland areas of Pakistan, beta. Now we are starting the lowland climatic zone. Okay, we can say that, beta. Lowland climatic zone. Here we have the climate semi-arid to arid, beta. Semi-arid to arid. Arid means very hot and very dry, beta. Very hot and very dry. And semi-arid mean that there are some areas, okay, so they have maybe okay arid type of climate, but not all areas, beta. Not all areas, okay. So we will study that, okay, which areas have that. So in lowland climatic zone, my dear, the areas included, so they say that whole of Indus Plain, whole of Indus Plain, mean upper Indus Plain and lower Indus Plain. Upper Indus Plain and lower Indus Plain, okay, we understand that. Upper Indus Plain mostly covers Punjab area, and lower Indus Plain, okay, covers the central part of Sindh, beta. So here we have lowland climatic zone, okay, we can say that, beta. Excluding coastal areas. Coastal areas, okay, they have their own main climate. Okay, I will explain that. Why do they have that? So coastal areas are not included. Okay, so only the Indus Plain or whole Indus Plain is included in the lowland climatic zone. Number two, they say that arid and extreme climate. Okay, with hot summers. You know that. Okay, when we have summer, even the low altitude areas. Okay, so they experience more temperature, better, or they experience okay high temperature, and they have cool winters. And winter, you also know that, okay, so they're very cool, my dear. And summer monsoon rainfall, better. Here the source of rainfall is the summer monsoon rainfall, summer monsoon, cause monsoon rainfall, okay, which happens in Pakistan, okay, due to monsoon winds, which blow okay from Bay of Bengal, okay, then they enter India, Bangladesh, and after India, they enter Pakistan, okay, in the north part of Pakistan. So they bring okay a lot of rainfall in the north part of Pakistan. But when this system okay moves, rainy system moves towards the main west or south part of Pakistan, okay, so then gradually, my dear, as altitude decreases, temperature increases, my dear. And you know the moisture which we have in the air, okay, so that is robbed off. Moisture is robbed off, okay, and the same amount of rainfall, okay, does not happen, okay, in other areas as it happens, okay, in the mountain sides of Pakistan. So they say that Murray Hills and Hazara Hills, Murray Hills and Hazara Hills, So they are the areas, okay, so they receive maximum or highest amount of rainfall in than any other area of Pakistan, beta. Murray Hills and Murray Hills, okay, we know that Murray area and the Galiyat, and also we have the Hazara Hills, beta, okay. Over Abbottabad, okay, we have the high up areas, okay, in which we have Naran and Kagan areas, okay. So Hazara Hills, okay, so they also receive, okay, so much amount of rainfall, beta. So rainfall amount differs, okay, from north to south. As already, okay, this point been explained, beta. As we start, okay, from north to south, so then you will find that rainfall amount, okay, varies, okay, from place to place. Rainfall depends on location, beta. Rainfall depends on location. If you have high up areas like Murray, so definitely, okay, you will be having more rainfall. And if you have a flat areas, and as we come to the flat areas or plain areas, okay, like in Faisalabad, Multan, Bahawalpur, other areas, so here same amount of rainfall we will not find, okay, as we can find, okay, in Lahore and other areas. Lahore receives, okay, also maximum amount of rainfall, beta. Foothills of northern mountains and Pothoar Plateau are wetter than Indus Plain, beta. Yes, the Pothoar Plateau, okay, we have read that, and also the foothills of northern mountains. As I explained that Indus Plain starts, okay, from the foothill of Himalayas mountains, okay, from Attak area. It starts, okay, from Attak. So Attak is located on little bit high altitude, okay, we can say that better. But as we come down and down and down and down, okay, so altitude decreases. So as altitude decreases, okay, so temperature increases. And due to rise in temperature, we don't have same amount of rainfall as the mountainous areas, okay, they receive that better. Thunderstorms are common, okay, in north and northwest of Indus Plain. Yes, better. Thunderstorm, you know that uh, whenever we have convectional type of rainfall, whenever we have convectional type of rainfall, so then we have thunderstorm, beta. Thunderstorm, okay, and the lightning, okay, both they have common in that, beta. And where we have, okay, these kind of thunderstorms, so either the north part of Indus Plain or maybe northwest part of Indus Plain. Lower Indus Plains, okay, has periods of very high temperature followed by low rainfall. Yes, rainfall is low. Rainfall is low on lower Indus Plain, beta. But the temperature is experienced, okay, that is very high one, beta. On lower Indus. So we can say that some areas of lower Indus Plain, okay, so they can have arid type of climate, beta. Arid, hot and dry, beta. Maybe they receive rainfall, okay, but not same amount as upper Indus Plain, okay, receives that beta. Yes. You can see some pictures, my dear. They see that, okay, they are leveled one, okay, flat one, okay, fairly flat one. So they are the plains of Punjab and Sindh, and they are famous in the world too, my dear, because they are very high, much productive, okay, highly productive one. Because on these plains, okay, we can grow each type of crop, okay, easily. Drainage system is not a problem over there, my dear. We have proper drainage system over there. If rainfall is not there, so then we have the canal systems. So we can use the canal system and we can irrigate the crops, okay, easily. That's why, okay, we say that the Punjab plains and Sindh plains, okay, so they are highly productive, beta. Up till here, any question, beta? Yes, beta, any
No,
question?
sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, beta, this, yes, beta. No question, beta? Okay,
No,
beta.
sir.
So coastal climatic zone. First of all, okay, we have to find the areas which are located in coastal climatic zone, beta. The south side, complete south side of Pakistan, okay, so that is the coastal climatic zonic area, beta. That is the coastal climatic zone, because that area is connected, okay, with the Arabian Sea. You know the coastline we have in Pakistan, so that is around about 1046 kilometer, beta. The length, the distance, okay, or the length, it starts, okay, from the eastern part of Karachi, and there is a place, okay, it is called as Run of Kuch. It starts, okay, from Run of Kuch, okay, and it goes to the west part of Pakistan, and till we have extreme southwest part of Pakistan, and the Jivani area is, I think, till Jivani, okay, we have long coastline of 1046 kilometer. You know, it is divided into two parts. Which one is in Sindh area? So that is called Sindh coast. And which one is in Balochistan? So it is called either Balochistan coast or Makran coast. Balochistan coast or Makran coast. Okay, so they call it better. So Makran coast or Balochistan coast is more about more like 700 kilometer, and the coastline, okay, which we have on Sindh coast, so that is more than 200 kilometer beta. So coastal climatic zone, okay, so which area has that? So that is the southern coastal strip of Pakistan beta. Rainfall is scanty, okay, throughout the year. Less, very less, okay, rainfall is there beta. Yes, Sindh coast receives, okay, more rainfall. Sindh coast receives, okay, more rainfall, okay, than the Makran coast. Makran coast does not receive the same amount of rainfall as Sindh coast receives that, because Sindh coast uh, have sources of rainfall like tropical cyclones, and number two is the monsoon winds, monsoon rainfall better. But okay, same amount of rainfall does not happen, okay, as it happens, okay, in Murray area, other areas, okay, but rainfall is scanty, okay, throughout the year in the coastal areas better. These areas remain under the effect of maritime better. Maritime effect is there. I will explain, okay, maritime effect. And due to that, okay, daily temperature range remains low. Daily temperature range mean the difference, okay, of daily temperature that remains low, okay, that remains less better. Humidity level is also high, okay, in this area, because this area is very close to the sea. Land and water absorb and release, okay, the heat of sun, okay, on a different rate better. Yes, this point, okay, you learned, okay, in grade 6, my dear, that land heats up quickly and cools down quickly better. Land heats up quickly and cools down quickly, but water has more capacity. Water has more capacity to absorb the heat. But when water releases the heat, it releases the heat slowly beta. It releases the heat slowly beta. So I have one diagram here. I think, okay, this will explain, okay, more, my dear, that why do we have moderate type of climate, okay, on the coastal areas. You can see extreme top left, okay, you can see that in one picture we have two diagrams. First one is about the daytime, and the second one is about the night time beta. Daytime and night time, okay, you can see that actually the areas which are located near the coastline, so they remain under the effect of local winds. Local winds beta. Local wind mean that sea breeze, land breeze, sea breeze, land breeze beta. So maritime effect is that effect of water on the land beta. Effect of water on the land, okay. So due to that, okay, the land areas, okay, which we have near the sea, so they have moderate type of climate. We can assume that, okay, we can understand that beta, that those areas which are far away from the sea, so they are not affected, okay, from maritime effect. They're not affected, okay, from sea water, because as the distance, okay, from the sea increases, so the effect of the sea on the land, okay, decreases beta. So Riyadh city is not affected, okay, from the sea, which is near the Dammam. Which is near the Dammam, okay, it is not affected, okay, from that water beta. Even from Jeddah side, okay, other side, okay, wherever Saudi Arabia has the border, okay, with the sea, so Riyadh can't be affected, okay, because Riyadh city is very much far away, okay, from the sea beta. Reason is that after some distance, okay, from the sea, the effect of water on the land, okay, decreases better, and then, okay, it goes to zero. And then we have other factors like in Riyadh city, we can't say that it is under maritime effect. It is affected, okay, by other factors better. Other factors. So maybe latitude, maybe altitude, okay, maybe distance from the sea, my dear. Okay, we have one more factor, okay, we call it as continental. Continental beta. Land has effect on land. Land has effect on land beta. This is called continental effect. Continental effect, okay. Like you have seen in summer in Riyadh city, that at once, okay, wind start blows, okay, start blowing, okay, with so much speed, and it blows, okay, dust and sand, okay, and we have sandstorm, okay, in Riyadh city beta. You know, at once when wind blows, it means that there is one area, maybe in Riyadh city, maybe around Riyadh city, it has a low air pressure, and low air pressure is created, okay, when temperature rises. When temperature rises, air pressure decreases bit. Now whenever in Riyadh city, around Riyadh city, okay, if the air pressure is low, so definitely assume that that wind will blow, okay, from high air pressure to low air pressure. Maybe any area around Riyadh city has high air pressure, so wind will blow from high air pressure to low air pressure. Now, how can we assume the speed of the wind, my dear? The speed of the wind, okay, will be more if the distance between high pressure area and low air pressure area is less. If distance is less, okay, so then you should expect that the speed of the wind will be more better. The speed of the wind will be more. And if the distance is so much, my dear, so then the speed of the wind will be less better. Keep in mind that beta. Okay, understand that beta, this point. Now, our point is about the maritime effect beta. Maritime effect is effect of water on the land beta. Effect of water on the land. I can tell you the situation of morning beta in the daytime. Okay, so as I told you that land heats up quickly. The land which is near the coastline, whenever sun rises, so sun's heat, okay, first of all, you know that reaches on the ground. It heats the ground, and then heat waves, okay, come out, okay, from the ground, and then they try to escape to the space, my dear. But sometime, okay, what happened that we have more dust particles, okay, near the ground, most of the time. Most of the time, okay, we have this situation beta, that there are more dust particles beta. And these dust particles, okay, don't let heat waves to escape into space, beta. As they don't let, my dear, so warm air which was rising, okay, it comes down again and keep on heating the air, okay, so much that at midday, okay, we feel, okay, there is so much temperature in the air, beta. So in the daytime, okay, the land which is near the sea, it heats up better. As I said, told you that when temperature rises, air pressure decreases. And over the land, okay, we have low air pressure, and over the sea, okay, we have high air pressure. Now the wind will blow, okay, from high air pressure to low air pressure. Keep in mind that when wind blows, okay, from high air pressure to low air pressure, so at high air pressure, temperature will be low beta. Temperature will be low. It means that cool wind, okay, or cool breeze, okay, will blow from higher pressure to lower pressure to normalize the air pressure beta. It's a natural one. It is natural one, okay. It is natural that, or naturally it happens that. Now at night, okay, we have the reverse one. At night, okay, we have reverse one beta. As I have told you that the land cools down quickly beta. Land cools down quickly. When land cools down quickly, so you understand that what happens, okay, with that beta, that there is a high air pressure, and over the sea at night, okay, there is low air pressure, so wind will be reversed, okay. And this the we call them as local winds or coastal winds. So these areas are affected, okay, from the coastal winds, and temperature does not rise, okay, so much that they have the same temperature as we feel, okay, in Riyadh city in summer beta. Any question beta?